Oh,
We're live now.
yeah, we're
We're
live.
going live.
Yeah, we're live. Just waiting for ESR Michael. Okay, all right then.
Oh, hello, everyone, and welcome along. It's 2018. ILR1 is back, and we're better to arrive than Spa-Francorchamps here in Belgium. It promises to be a fantastic race here this afternoon. We've got some newcomers like Lewis getting ready to battle at the front, and Danielle as well, the Italian, another driver that promises to get in amongst the action, the sharp end of the field. Alongside me today, I've got Jamie, and Jamie, well, as I've said, we're better than Spa.
Mm. Yeah, I love a good spot. You know what I mean? It's actually probably my second favorite track. Actually just behind Bahrain. Um, but yeah, this 4.7 mile long track. It's actually going to be quite interesting to see who goes on top as I see a bunch of teams come out 2 by 2. Geez. I'm just remembering how to use the spectate booth. Okay, there we go. Alright, we're all
It's
good.
been a while. It's been a while. We're
Jeez.
finally.
I was flicking to the drivers and I'm like, why am I not moving? What's going on? I forgot to press X.
I don't know. There you go. Well, it's a new year, and we're a little bit rusty. The last race, of course, in Hungary a few weeks ago now. It must have been 3 or 4 weeks ago. It's been quite some wait, but it's been brilliant. Having a good time over Christmas and stuffing ourselves full of turkey, and of course celebrating New Year. Happy New Year, Jamie, by the way,
Well,
and
Happy
to
New Year
all
to
at
you too.
ILR. It's good to be here. But the cars are out on the track. We've got Michael Davis, the world champion, out there. Can he kick off 2018 in style, Jamie? Because his championship defence thus far has been pretty woeful, hasn't it?
Yeah, but I think his head's just been gone. You know, it's one of those things where your head goes to the point where it just doesn't come back, and I think that's where he's at now. Poor guy.
And we'll see what he can do. We've got a couple of newcomers here, Jamie, as I've mentioned. We've got Danielle, Daniel, we'll go with Daniel. And we've got Lewis joining us. Of course, Lewis has had a one-off appearance in ILR1 back on the 2016 game in those wet conditions, Jamie. That was a classic race
Oh
where he
yeah.
won from right down at the very back, pulling off a masterclass of strategy. We know
P18.
he's quick. Can he challenge the likes
Well,
of Bistas today?
he's not going to be very quick in qualifying with that 20 laps of fuel on board. So,
Is that right? 20 laps of fuel he has on
yeah,
board. Okay.
I think he's realizing he's pulling back into the pits now.
Oh dear, a disastrous start to his qualifying session and disastrous start to his year then. Hopefully he can sort it out and get a good lap in. A lot of cars out there right now. Jamie, there's so many fantastic corners on this track. It is absolutely brilliant. Do you have a personal favourite? It's got to be Eau Rouge, isn't it?
Oh, it's got to be Eau Rouge. I gotta say, I really there's so many good corners on this track. It's between Blanchimont and Eau Rouge. I just like Eau Rouge because there's more thrill, and you can really get it wrong. So that's something I'm hoping not to do myself today. Oof.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got ILR2 for anyone wondering later on coming up. But for now, it is ILR1 taking centre stage here today. But yeah, here's his Shimasi. Let's have a look at him. I was watching him the other night in another league, and it was at Spa, and he wasn't looking too impressive. Can he pick up his form again and start to deliver on this qualifying lap? He was well outside, anywhere near a 1 minute 42, which is where we think we will see some drivers today like Michelangelo and like Bistas. So what could Shimasi do? He was actually doing mid 43s the other night, Jamie, and we don't think that'll be anywhere near quick enough for the pole position, especially
No.
when ILR3 on Thursday night were doing 1 minute 43 5s for pole, which is pretty quick for ILR3, isn't it, Jamie?
Yeah, that's really cool. Well, I mean, you had one guy did a 43.5, and then the rest of the pack were in the low 44s. So, I don't know, man. I think we're gonna see some high 42s though. I feel like we're gonna see
Well,
high
let's
42s.
Well, let's see what Shimasi can do. Has he found some pace? Has he found some form as he comes to the end of a lap? Zalin has gone quickest, a 1:45.3. That's not very quick at all.
That's
It's good to
a
see
banker.
Zalin back as well. I almost forgot
yeah.
Zalin. Welcome back, Zalin. Stanley goes quickest, a 1:44.5. And Shimasi now takes the top spot with a 43.9. But again, not anywhere near what we expect to see as Cliffy now goes quickest on a 43.7. Michael, 43.6. The time's tumbling down, but as we said, Jamie, interestingly, not as quick as we thought they'd be straight out the
Yeah.
box, are they?
I don't know. Now a high 42 seems well out of range, because I mean, Beastas goes quick
Beastas
as 43.5.
Surely, Jamie, surely we're going to see high 42s come the end of this session. We can't have ILR3 drivers doing mid-40, the same lap times as ILR1. That would just be incredible. I think there is time coming here from Bistas and Michael in particular. They've already shown in the laps that we've seen so far that they're a little bit ahead of everyone else. 2 tenths ahead of Cliffy, the two of them, and almost 4 tenths ahead of Shimasi. So I think they will find their form, they will find their feet, and they will get even closer to the 1 minute 42s come the end of this session. But yeah, I have to agree with you, I'm slightly surprised not to have seen a low 43 at least at this early stage. But 6 minutes to go in the session, we're almost at the halfway point, 6.5 minutes to go, and most of the drivers have set a time. Let's have a quick rundown of what we've seen so far. Pistas has gone fastest from Michael in second. VRT Cliffy is third quickest for Toro Rosso. Fourth for Shimasi, fifth is ZR Mercedes, and sixth is Jeff's Revenge. Frisky CJ seventh, Hungry Tadpole's eighth, Stanley ninth, and Johnny rounds out the top 10. Let's put in his first time of the day, and it's one that puts him in 12th position. We're still waiting on Lewis to do a lap time. He's in the pit and he's fitted the super soft tyre. What will he do? Danielle's first lap in ILR1 has ended badly. 12.8 off the pace, so that's not
yeah,
really good.
I know.
Jamie,
He went into the bus stop and then just sat in the bus stop for a bit. Well, like, he's really slowed down and then he slowed out in the line again. So I don't know what he was doing, but...
He's only going to have one lap, Jamie, out of the looks of it. He's got 4 laps of fuel, actually. He can go round again and have another couple of laps.
It'd be silly to go round again
on
with the sauce.
Yeah, but is he pushing them? It doesn't look like he's pushing them, Jamie. It shouldn't be too bad.
Even then, just driving on him is a bad idea.
Yeah, you're true. You don't want to really put any sort of wear on them at all. Is that rain? I think it's starting to rain, Jamie.
Uh-oh, let's go on board and let's take a look at it.
I saw a flash of rain.
Yeah, there's rain. There is rain on people's...
There you go, folks. You never know here at places like Belgium, it can always just rain out of nowhere, and this could spring a real surprise, Jamie. That might be the reason the lap times are so poor. It might be the track temperature. And
that's probably why.
43.5, and are we going to see the end of the session here? Is this going to be a massive anticlimax? Surely there's going to be enough grip to complete laps that we're on. Anyone in the pits is going to be in real trouble. Lewis is only on an out lap. He's really in trouble, isn't he, Jamie?
Yeah, that he's not gonna go, like, he's done. And on my screen he's on the super soft for some reason. But
yeah, he's on super softs. Yeah,
he's on the timing tower is on the ultra soft. So either way, that's that.
Let's hope that they can hold out and get a lap. And even with this rain falling, it's light at the moment. I'm looking from my commentary box window. The skies have darkened, but at the moment there is no sign of this rain properly coming down and really affecting the drivers. Hopefully Lewis can get this lap in. On the timing tower it is showing me as super softs and as super softs on the track, Jamie. So I would think super softs is his tyre. Would you agree with that?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a smarter tyre to be on, but I mean, his qualifying section's already been just trashed by sitting in the garage and waiting. I don't know why he didn't look at the forecast or anything like that, but yeah. Whoops.
You know what they say, Jamie, it's all about getting a banker in these conditions. We lost Michael, but we have got him back, interestingly. I didn't realise we'd lost them.
Yeah, we lost him.
But here comes Lewis then out the final corner to start a flying lap. Most of the drivers in the pit, so we might as well ride on board with them. This will be tricky down until the source on these super soft tyres. Here goes the Force India on his ILR1, well, his ILR1 debut this year. He's in one previous race, which he won. 100% strike rate in his one race for Lewis. What can he do climbing Eau Rouge? Your heart will be in your mouth when these conditions. Dry tyres on a slightly damp track, but he makes it through as he now climbs up the Kemmel Straight. You can't see it from the camera, but it is an uphill climb all the way to Lacombe. Can he spot the braking point around the 100-metre board? Changes down into fourth gear. He'll try and keep the gear higher, minimise wheel spin, especially on this track. Getting damper, even more damper by the second, and you can tell already, Jamie, Lewis is starting to struggle, isn't he?
Yeah.
Sliding wide into corners. But again, it's not horrendous, and it's not a nightmare. He might be quite far down the grid though, as Bistas has already fitted inters. Is that a sign of rain in the race, Jamie, to see drivers going out on inters and risking their car?
Maybe then. Maybe it is a slightly wet race. You know, this car is quite planted. He exited that corner at about 190 almost. So, I mean, there still is grip on the track. I don't know if that's really going to put him anywhere past 16th place, though.
Yeah, I mean, as you say, Jamie, 1.7 cover the top 15, so it's going to be very, very difficult for Lewis to go much quicker than that, especially on super soft tyres as well. He's going to lose time on that and then lose time by the fact the track's damp. So I think he'll be I think he's realised that, and I think he'll be quite happy to start as high as 11th or anywhere in that bracket, because he'll get fresh tyres, of course. So let's see what he can do. Lewis into the bus stop chicane, slipping and sliding his way in, but the car not too bad.
That was a pretty good
Out of the final corner he comes. Where does he go? He only manages 15th in the track. As you said, Jamie, is visibly getting worse. And he's retired. He's had enough.
He's had
Disaster for Lewis. And Jamie, as you called, as you said, it's no use sitting in the garage when the rain is threatening. You have to get out there. You have to do a lap, get a banker in. And afraid Lewis has not done that, and he's found himself all the way down in 15th place. But Jamie, I'm pretty sure he won his only ILR race from down that far, so you never know what could happen.
Yeah, exactly. You never know what can happen. But I'm sure these ultra softs don't work anymore, though. So I don't know why everyone's pushing. I know Beastas is on the inters, trying to get a feel for the track. So I wonder if he's hinting at a possible intermediate race or what. See how those inters are handling. Yeah, they're definitely overheating. You can hear them.
Yeah. And
oh yeah.
It's not looking good at all. Liquor Blocks has gone out there on them too, but we got Beastas quickest, ESR Michael second, Cliffy third, Shimasi fourth. That looks pretty much set in stone now, Jamie, doesn't it? Red Armour City's fifth.
Yeah.
Jeff's Revenge is sixth. We've got CJ 7, Hungry Tadpoles 8, Liquor Blocks 9th, and Zalin 10th. Outside the top 10 and getting fresh tyres for the start of this Grand Prix, Stanley, Johnny, Michael Davis, Bullet 14th, Lewis 15th, he's had a nightmare, Hayden 16th, Liam Robbo 17th, and Danielle, another one that's had a nightmare.
Yeah, he didn't even get a lap in, to be honest. So that's not been a very good moment for him. Everyone's just retiring and pulling off. There's no point. So what's gonna happen then? I wonder if it's a wet start, maybe.
Well, maybe, Jamie. I mean, a lot of drivers not retiring. Some of them want to get out there on inters, but I think it's too late, really. Liquor Blocks has strangely went out and a set of wet tyres. I don't think it's ready for that. It's just a waste of tyres, especially if it does rain tomorrow.
Yeah. Because most people just pull in, and well, on this track with high tire wear, it's best to pull in after your qualifying lap, because it simulates like 6% extra tire wear, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, it sure does. But there you go, Jamie. We've got the perfect situation here.
Okay, the Red Bulls just
We've
died.
got rain coming down, and will it rain in the race? We don't know. But Beastas ahead of Michelangelo at the front of the grid. Jamie, we do like to see that, because we do believe, if we're honest, that Michelangelo does have a slight pace advantage on Beastas in races. And with Michael behind Beastas, we do like to watch that, don't we? We like to watch Michael attack Beastas, and that usually allows others to get involved, doesn't it?
Yeah. Sorry, I just saw two strucken Red Bulls with broken suspensions all over the track. But because of that rain session, the pole sitter is Beastas. Not bad, 75 thousandths of a second is the gap. And VRT Cliffy turning up 2/10 off the pace. Shimasi in 4th, ZR Mercedes 5th, X-Jess Revenge 6th, CJ 7th, Hungry Tadpoles 8th, Liquor Blocks 9th, and Zalin to round out the top 10. About 8/10 coming top 10.
Stanley 11th, Johnny 12th, and Michael 13th. 14th place is Bullet, 15th Lewis, 16th Hayden, 17th Liam Robbo, and the debutant Danielle starts at the back, some 12.8 off the pace. I hope that the FIA allow him to start inside 107%. Because let's be honest, he could have went out there in a set of inters and went quicker than what he did.
I'm sure they'll have some sort of workaround.
Yeah, they're going to have to.
Oh dear.
They're going to have to get him having his first start. He's been very excited. He's really ready for this. He's been posting a lot of times in the chat, in the group chat, trying to scare a few drivers and show that he's got the pace. But unfortunately, it's not worked out here today in Belgium. But what will the race bring, Jamie? We've woken up to a dry morning here in Belgium, racetrack. But the skies, let's have a look at the skies when we get this formation lap underway. We'll see what they bring. I'm sure the drivers, if there's anyone watching, if they could please let us know in the comments if they're expecting any rain for anyone watching. It would be good to know. But yes, here we go, getting ready for the formation lap, and away they go. Once again, we'll give you a quick rundown of the situation here today. We have got Beastas starting at the front on pole position. We've got Michelangelo alongside him. Beastas, of course, leading this World Championship Will he continue to lead after this race? And Blocks does what he did in 2017, carrying it through into 2018, getting disqualified on the formation lap, Jamie.
You're old him. Bloody hell.
Yep, but Beastas on pole from Michael second, both on ultra softs. Cliffy third, Shimasi fourth, Senna Mercedes fifth, Jeff sixth, Trisky seventh, Tadpoles eighth, Lickle ninth, and Zalin 10th, all on ultra softs. Then it gets quite interesting. We've got Stanley in 11th on softs, Johnny in 12th on softs, Michael Davis is 13th on softs, Bullet has done the same, as has Lewis. Hayden's gone for super softs, Liam Robbo softs, and right at the back, the debutant Danielle has gone for the super softs. So Jamie, what do you expect today in terms of strategy? It's going to have to be a one-stop, hasn't it?
Yeah, everyone's doing a one-stop, simple as that. Top 10 ultra soft to soft, P11 through P15, I expect soft to super soft at least. And then I probably see Hayden doing super soft to soft, and the rest, Liam probably going to super softs, and then Daniel going to softs. Okay then, what's just happened there?
Yeah, a couple of cars disqualified on the formation lap. Must have been a little bump somewhere, but of course they will be able to make the grid. But it is Beastas on pole. Let's have a quick rundown of the championship standings then. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Let's have a quick look at this World Championship. I need to go and look for them actually. I did have them, but I've lost them. I'll get them right now for you folks. There it is there. We've got Beastas at the top of the championship, leading this race from the front, of course, from pole position, on 136 points. He's a 15-point advantage over Shimasi in second, with CJ in third. Sean McGurk is fourth in the standings, with William in fourth. That's what's his name now? I forgot. Is he here? He's not here, is he?
He's not here, no.
He's not here. Where is he? He's fifth in the standings. Jeff is sixth in the standings. Michael, who joined late, is seventh in the standings. Zera Mercedes 8th. Lickle Blocks 9th. Hungry Tadpoles is 10th in the World Championship standings. Zalin has got 10 points from an earlier appearance. What can he do as he comes back permanently here today as the cars line up on the grid? Well, Jamie, I've looked at the skies. They do look rather dark.
Yep. Yeah, they actually do look dark. Jeez. And that's not what I like in Spa. Especially with a track that needs a lot of grip. Can't wait to see those tires not turn on.
Well, the cars are all settling down on the grid as we get ready for the start of ILR1 in 2018. It's round 12 of the championship, and when they go out, the lights go out, we will be racing here in Belgium. Now, lights out, away we go. Beastas leads from pole. Michael tries to get a jump on the outside, but it looks like it's as you were going into the first corner. Cliffy dives to the inside and makes the moon stick on Michelangelo. They go side by side on the way up the hill. This is a perfect scenario for Beastas. Everyone safely through the first corner as they climb towards the Rouge. It's the Williams of Beastas in the lead. Michael holds off Cliffy for second, and then Shimasi in fourth. We've got a car on the wall. Huge crash. Shimasi out of the race already. Wow. He's crashed at the top of the hill, and his race is run. What a disaster for Shimasi. What a shame for the race. And they go side by side. Michael and Beastas, and round goes Michael at the top of the hill and drops all the way down the field. 12th, 13th, 14th, make that 15th. And all of a sudden, this race is taking a dramatic twist. Two of the big contenders virtually wiped out in an instant. Shimasi is wiped out. Michael wiped out of a chance of winning it as they all make their way through this first sector. But Jamie, did you see what happened to Shimasi?
Yeah, Shimasi got up on the curb. When he went through a Rouge, I think he kind of overcorrected it because he went on the outside curb and then twisted really high speed and then lost it and hit the wall. And I think he collected the Sauber too. There's a Sauber I know that dropped back. I think it's the Sauber of Zalan. So both Zalan and Shimasi lost out big time from that.
Yeah, Zalan's got front wing damage, Jamie. You called that correctly. Right in wing damage. It's a shame returning permanently to his seat in ILR, and it's not been the perfect start for him. Shimasi's had a bit of a nightmare this weekend in various leagues across the board here at Spa, and it's not continued as he would have liked. Well, he would have liked it to have got better, I should say, but it's just continued in the same sad way. But Beastas leads on lap 1 out of 22. He's got a second advantage to Cliffy, who's finally trying to make his mark in ILR. Meanwhile, we've got a battle side by side. Frisky CJ and Zera Mercedes. CJ versus Mercedes down into first corner. Who was ahead before the battle commenced? I'm not sure.
CJ got the move done earlier in the lap, and now Zera Mercedes is just trying to come back at him. But this is some good stuff here, some saucy stuff here.
Yeah, it sure is. As they climb the hill towards the Rouge. Jamie, I think there's no point in asking you the best overtaking place. It's got to be at the end of this long straight they're about to start, going into Lacombe, isn't it?
I think so too. But honestly, I've seen more slipstream going into the bus stop. That's
Really?
also a
Oh, yeah,
really
of course, which is amazing.
yeah, that's a hard overtaking spot as well too, because that's such a long, because you're on the throttle for so long.
I think Jeff said he's broke his wing as well. Has Jeff
Uh-oh.
broke his wing? Has he been in the pits? He must have been
Uh,
in the pits. He's down in 13th place.
yeah, he's down in 13th. What?
And let me just have a quick look. Jeff said he's broke his wing. A lot of cars have had to come in that opening lap. Lickleblocks has made a stop, and he's not fixed his wing actually from that pit stop. So Lickleblocks has been in for a set of softs. Jeff Revenge has been in for a set of softs. And Bullet has been in as well for a set of super softs. It's not going well for a lot of drivers. Johnny has been in.
Yeah,
Ian's been in, and Zallen.
I didn't realize how many people have actually that didn't go well for, because the gap between Michael Davis and Lickleblocks is 13 seconds. So a lot of drivers have actually had a disaster. In fact, 12th through 17th have all had nightmares.
Yep. That's what, 6 cars? All down the pits, plus Shimasi in the barrier. Not ideal at all for a lot of the field, but Pistas will be rubbing his hands together delightfully at the moment. He has a championship lead to protect, and he has got a 1.6 second lead in the Grand Prix. It's Pistas leading from Cliffy second, CJ third, with Mercedes still behind him, and now Hungry Tadpoles is looking about getting involved as well. The two Mercedes sandwiching that Force India in. This is going to be good to watch, Jimmy. Well, how can Hungry Tadpoles find a way past Senna Mercedes? It's not going to be easy because it's a DRS train, remember? Senna Mercedes will have the DRS from Hungry Tadpoles' teammate in front.
It's going to have to be done on the pits.
You would think so. It looks to me like Sarah Mercedes are looking a little bit more feisty than what Hungry Tadpoles is, because it looks to me like the battle for third and fourth is what we should be watching, not fourth and fifth, because here comes Sarah Mercedes gaining and gaining and gaining on the back of Frisky CJ as the DRS is active for the first time in this race, but still no way through for Sarah Mercedes. He remains tucked up behind Frisky CJ. Cliffy trying to keep Pistas in his sights at the moment, and he's doing a reasonable job of that. 1.7 between the front two drivers. So Jamie, one-stop strategy, is that what we think if the weather stays dry? Softs to softs, probably.
Yeah, except for like everyone down below 12th. But other than that, I think everyone else should still be on the two-stop, or the one-stop, sorry. Stanley's really made up a lot of ground though. He's up into 6th. But he's really under pressure from Lewis. Lewis is up into 7th. What in the world?
Yeah, he is. It's really, really
side by side with Hayden though, or Hayden trying to go around the outside, and he's done it.
Oh.
And Michael follows through too. Oh, because Michael's still in that pack. I guess he didn't damage his wing when he crashed.
Yep, Michael. Yeah, let's have a quick look. Yeah, you're right. He hasn't damaged his wing. I think has Lewis got slight damage on that right side as well?
Yeah,
I think he does.
That.
Yeah, slight damage on the front wing, I think. Or is that the camera angle?
I can't tell if it looks like. Yeah, I guess maybe it is. Let me look at ZR Mercedes' wing. Yeah, he has damage on his wing. He is missing. He is missing elements on his wing.
Oh, that's a shame for Lewis. So it's going to be very difficult to challenge. It's difficult to challenge Michael at the best of times, let alone when battling with a wounded car.
Oh,
but yeah, a real tussle this. Hayden doing his best to hold him up, and of course, remember, Hayden is teammates with the race leader Pistas, so he can do a lot to help out his teammate here by holding up the likes of Michael behind. So what can Hayden do defensively this time? Here comes Michael Angelo, opening the DRS, trying to close in on Hayden in front, but it's so difficult when Hayden has DRS to the car in front of him, which is Stanley,
and who has DRS to the car in front of him too.
Oh yeah, just cancels it all out, doesn't it?
Yeah, all cancelled out.
Got to keep an eye on this battle for third, fourth and fifth. Hungry Tadpole's dropping off a little bit now from Sarah Mercedes. He was actually gaining on him a little bit on the last lap, but has his tyres cried enough? And he
must have made a mistake, because he's just lost 1.9 seconds to Stanley in one lap.
Yep, not going well at all. And all of a sudden Stanley's homing in on him. And by the way, Stanley's on the soft tyre.
Yeah, he's on the soft tyre. He's like in a really good position. I mean, he's got Hayden all over the back of him though. Hayden's flying.
Stanley might not have the raw speed of others, but Stanley really, from time to time, really does put in some fantastic performances. He comes through from the middle of the pack, from the midfield, and really puts on a show. He's overtaken so many cars, much of it due to many cars coming into the pits with issues, but he's on the soft tyre here. He's in 6th position, and all of a sudden, with Hungry Tadpoles' ultra soft tyre starting to cry, he's now gaining on him on those soft tyres. He's really reeling them in. Stanley could be on for a fantastic result today as Hungry Tadpoles admits defeat on those tyres and comes into the pits.
I wonder
But
why
he
he's
is
in
holding
so
up the
early.
likes of... The tyres look shot, Jamie. He really was struggling, and as you said, it wasn't. I don't think it was a mistake, Jamie. I think it was just genuine lack of grip.
I think he pushed
And,
his
by
tires
the
too
way,
hard in qualifying.
Speaking of lack of grip, if you've got any lack of grip on your controller, on your PlayStation controller, feel free to visit Fade Grips and get yourself some grip on your controller.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we got Lickle Blocks out.
Whoa!
We'll come back to that in a minute.
The suspension's been knocked clean off the yellow submarine. How has he done that? On the final corner.
I hate to say this, right, but all that points to either a deliberate attempt at a takeout or he's collided with someone, I hope this is what it is, collided with something in the run down to the chicane and had an almighty shunt and bounced across the sleeping policeman and went into the wall, because that was huge, that accident.
Wow.
But let's go back to the action in the midfield, and as I said there, Jamie, Fade Grips, what's the discount code, Jamie?
Shoot, I need to check it again. Hold on.
Oh,
I think it's ILR.
We'll come back to that one.
Yeah. I'll just check it in a minute.
But Stanley running in 5th place at the moment, as we were just highlighting before Lickle Blocks went off in the wall. Stanley, he was closing in on the guys on Ultras. He is keeping them at arm's length, which is very impressive on those soft tyres, but he is under some serious pressure from behind. It's a bit of a trolley train here, the Stanley train. He's got Hayden, Michael, Danielle and Lewis all hunting him down. And it looks to me like he's lost that DRS to the car in front, which was Hungry Tadpoles, who's been in the pits, so that he's more vulnerable than ever, Stanley. Can he try and hold off Hayden here as they approach the first corner? Interestingly, Cliffy out front is doing a very good job of keeping B-Stats at arm's length as well. 1.6, so good job from Cliffy. He's finally showing the form he's capable of in ILR1. Meanwhile, the battle for 5th is raging on. It's Stanley 5th in the silver. It's 6th place for the Williams of Hayden. Michael on a recovery drive in 7th, and Danielle in 8th position in the Ferrari. Lewis is 9th and keeping them very honest as well with a damaged front wing. But here goes Hayden on Stanley. Stanley gets very defensive. Hayden weaving left and right, trying to get it way past, but Stanley breaking the toe in front.
Ferrari.
And
that Ferrari neglected the McLaren.
Okay, getting very close. And look how close he is behind him. Can he have a look into Ravage? Nope, no way through, and the train continues as it was. Stanley 5th, Hayden 6th, Michael 7th, Daniel 8th, and Lewis 9th.
Oh yeah, and by the way, that discount code is actually ILR League for the Fade Grips.
It's ILR League.
Yep.
Be sure to get yourself along to Fade Grips if you're running out of grip on your tyres or running out of grip on your wheel. That's what you want to do. Get yourself down to Fade Grips. Yep. But Zera Mercedes holding up Frisky CG holding up Zera Mercedes at the moment in the battle for 3rd and 4th.
It's like I'm just watching Hayden's front end in that Williams. It just washes out completely when it gets really close to Stanley.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that Ferrari. Ferrari's looking very hot behind the McLaren.
I'm also looking at Zera Mercedes fighting with Frisky CG and the coming in.
The Ferrari made contact with the Williams. That was unfortunate. He would have gotten the move done on Michael, but he tapped the Williams because the Williams is in the middle of the corner. So that's Daniel around. And I think he's lost about maybe 5 seconds.
Meanwhile, in the pits, Jamie, Zera Mercedes come in together with Frisky CJ, and he has been unable to overtake Frisky CJ in the pits. Unable to do it. Also, Cliffy came in and tried to undercut Pistas. So this is crucial for Cliffy. He needs the outlap of his life if he wants to jump Pistas and take the lead of this Grand Prix. He moves on to the soft tyres. He will be going it to the end. Pistas will be getting the message now to push, 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 because here we go. Cliffy has got clean air as well, Jamie. Lots of clean air.
Well, clean air.
This is very impressive from the Toro Rosso pit wall. They've got Cliffy out in clean air. They've seen a chance to try and jump Pistas in the stops. Can Cliffy put in a fantastic outlap and get the jump? Look at that, pushing the limit and going onto the gravel there. You don't want to be doing that, dirtying those tyres. They're just fresh off the blankets. And now Cliffy needs to get it back in the window, back into the temperature, and find a way to get himself ahead of Pistas. Let's go on board with Pistas, who is also, of course, in clean air out in front. Are his ultra soft tyres starting to
look
dry? You
at
can
the
see them greening
state.
up.
Look at the state of those ultra softs. Jeez,
They're greening
understeering.
up on the front. Understeering everywhere, Jamie, as you say.
Yeah.
This is going to be very, very interesting. Who will lead this race after this pit stop? Surely Pistas has got to blink now. He's got to make the pit stop into the final corner. Will Pistas jump for the pits? Indeed he does. That will give Stanley an interesting and very surprising lead of this Grand Prix. Hayden's right behind him, of course, but it's all about Pistas. What will Pistas do? Can he stay ahead? It's all about this pit stop. It's vital. This is why they practice them all year round, because they can come and, oh, he's gone for super soft tyre.
On my screen it
soft.
says soft.
Okay, soft it is then. The game was just messing with me.
Yeah.
Here comes Cliffy on the run towards the first corner. Pistas is on the inside, exiting the pits. It's going to be very, very close. It could be all about the run up the hill. Pistas is ahead for now.
Oh, just
but
ahead.
Cliffy has the momentum. He has the momentum, Cliffy. He has the DRS, maybe. No, maybe not.
Yeah, he
I don't
will.
think he does. He will. Okay, so this is it then. Cliffy has an opportunity. Can he get close enough? Well, Pistas doesn't have temperature on his tyres. Pistas knows this is a chance. He goes defensive to the inside. Cliffy homing in on the back of the Williams, but he's not homing in quickly enough. He's run out of straight. He has to hit the brakes, and he's tucked right up behind him as we now lose Jeff Chaves from the Grand Prix. And he has
Oh,
crashed
had a
at Radion.
huge twist at Radion, yeah.
And I hope he's okay, because that is a huge place to go off into the wall. Don't want to be doing that.
Yeah,
And
that's
Jeff's
dangerous.
Revenge race is run.
Wow.
So, we lose Jeff's Revenge. We've already lost Lickle Blocks and Shimase to big accidents. But meanwhile, Jamie, we've got a battle on here between Pistas and Cliffy. And Pistas running very, very, very wide, actually, going through Pouon. Cliffy can smell
He's gonna race
blood here.
traffic.
He can sense the opportunity. And meanwhile, Danielle in front, the debutant, who's had a bit of a scruffy weekend, to say the least, can really get involved in this.
Oh, yeah.
He is on a set of old Super Softs that he started the race on, I think.
Yeah,
Should we
I
start
think
race on
that's
those?
the same set that he started the race on, correct?
Yep, they should be. So here we go. Can he get involved in his first ever ILR race? Can he get involved with the guys fighting at the front? It's probably not the way he would have wanted to be involved, but this is for position, and Pistas needs to be wary, because we know Danielle is not going to give this up without a fight.
Oh, yeah.
Cliffy right behind, just waiting, sensing an opportunity to take the victory and win for the first time in ILR. He's tucked right up behind Pistas as they go
That's
across the
lap
start-finish line to
47.9.
start lap 9 out of 22. CJ sets a new fastest lap and begins to haul them in, Jamie. Can he haul them in and make it a three-way fight?
It really depends on if Daniel can hold back Pistas in the main straight. I don't know, man. I don't think so. That's not quick enough.
Well, here goes Pistas. He needs to get this move done now. Right onto the tail of the Ferrari of Danielle, the Italian, under real pressure here.
You know what? Pistas might not even get
flag
close
from the
enough.
grandstand. Oh, he can't find a way through. And
Yeah,
that
he can't
allows
find a way
Cliffy to
through.
gain.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if Danielle can keep these guys behind, that might invite CJ into the battle. He's only 4 seconds back, but Pistas wants to get the move done now. He goes to the inside into the dash, sends a missile up the inside, basically pushing the Ferrari aside. It was aggressive, it was allowed,
Oh,
and it was
Cliffy
acceptable.
followed through.
Cliffy follows through and keeps the pressure on.
Wow.
Brilliant stuff from Pistas to find a way past. He knew he had to do it quickly because the pressure was coming, but in his haste to get past, it's also allowed Cliffy through, and the pressure stays on. Brilliant stuff. Meanwhile, Stanley is still holding off Hayden. That's a fantastic effort out front. He's going very, very deep into this race, isn't he, Jamie? And he has to go onto those ultra softs.
What a piece of driving though. Cliffy was so I knew he was waiting for just an opportunity for Pistas to push him a bit wide, and he was gonna snatch that that spot from Danielle, but brilliant driving from Cliffy.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Can he now find a way past Pistas? He's in the DRS zone now, Jamie. Pistas will not be comfortable. Remember, Cliffy was able to peg him at 1.7. He's now going to have DRS to peg him even more, and possibly dance past him. We have got Hayden in the pits. He's had enough following Stanley around, and he's going to have enough of those super soft tyres and commit to the pits. Danielle, who was on the same strategy, starting on super softs, is also in. Where will those guys rejoin? We'll find out in a moment. That now promotes Pistas and Cliffy to 4th and 5th, with Michael Davis, the next car up the road. But the three guys in front of them, Jamie, are going far deeper into the race than anyone on the super softs. You can't help but feel that Pistas and Cliffy will catch them.
Easily. How much straight line speed does Cliffy have?
He's gaining. He forces Beastas to move across the racetrack, up the hill towards Lacombe, and Beastas is going to feel a little bit edgy here. It's usually Michelangelo that's climbing all over the back of him. Today it's Cliffy. Can Cliffy find a way past as they go into the Vage? And it's pretty much single file through here, unless you're on the previous lap where these two found a way past the second Ferrari of Danielle. As they now head down towards Pouhon. Jamie, I asked you earlier on at the top of the show in qualifying what your favourite corner is. This is mine. I love this corner, Pouhon.
It's so nice when you hook it up.
Exactly, it's so difficult. You're dancing on the limit. If you run wide on that curve, pick up a little bit of AstroTurf, you're going for a hefty shunt into the wall. It's very, very tricky. And the same at Eau Rouge, of course. If you go into the grass, you're going to hit the wall. And unfortunately for Shabassi and for Jeff's Revenge, it's caught them out here today.
Yeah, it's got like a gutter curb on the inside.
Oh,
so
Jamie.
if you touch, what's up?
Zera Mercedes and Michael, real battle going on there for 8th and 9th.
This is probably setting up a move at Blanchimont here.
Yeah, they were actually going side by side through the Fania chicane. I've just picked them up now, and as meanwhile they're also catching Hungry Tadpoles as well. So can Michelangelo make the move stick? He's on a recovery drive after the spin at Lacombe on lap 1. Will he dive for the inside? He does. Zera Mercedes breaks very, very late and holds him off. Very, very tricky to find a way through. Beastas sets a new fastest lap of the race. Is Cliffy close enough coming out of turn 1? They need to go back to that battle. Here goes Cliffy on the attack again of Beastas. How much longer can Beastas keep him behind? He's just at the fastest lap of the race and he still can't shake him off.
Jeez. Are trading fastest lap at the fastest lap. And what's going on up front?
VRT Cliffy tucked right up behind Beastas. Can he find the way through? There is a battle going on ahead of that between Michelangelo and Lewis.
Michael Davis and Lewis.
Michael Davis and Lewis. Lewis, remember, got damaged front wing. He is limping a little bit. And Michael Davis all over him. A three-way battle at the front. These guys will go on to Ultrasofts, remember, folks. So it will be good to watch their progress later on and see how far up the field they can progress after their stops. I'm having a little look now at the gaps. Where did he join, Jamie? Just outside the top 10? 15 seconds to Hayden, 24 seconds to Danielle. Probably just outside the top 10, you would think.
Just outside the top 10. I'm going to do a quick...
Oh, just caught him there, spinning massively into the wall. Oh, and the exit of no name. He's actually done that. He's actually done that quite far down the hill, Jamie. Look how far down the hill he is.
He must have lost it earlier, initially tried to correct it and lost it a bit more. But the way he spun, I don't know. Because I caught him in a mid-spin. I think he made contact with the car, though, before spinning out completely. Oh, that's devastating.
It's a bad one for Zera Mercedes. Well, it was Michael he was racing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Has Michael got any damage? Michael's he's already carrying damage. He's been carrying damage.
He's been carrying damage. I wonder if Hungry Tadpoles has any damage? No.
No. But Jeff, Zera Mercedes, we only caught the tail end of it. As you see, Jamie, he lost it that far down the hill that it might have been contact.
Battle for second.
Oh, wow. Wow. you called it, Jamie. These guys would catch it as Cliffy can sense this as an opportunity. Look at this. They've got to pass 3 cars that they're not supposed to be racing, Beastas and Cliffy. They've not stopped yet, and they can't stop yet either, because if they want to make the one-stop work, they need to go deeper into this race to go on to the Ultrasoft. And unfortunately for Beastas, his race has just been even more complicated. He needs to clear 3 cars because Cliffy's right behind him. Well, and
they're catching Stanley at the same time.
well, Stanley's a master of keeping people behind, so I can't see it getting done easily. Beastas tries to move to the inside and scared Michael Davis out of the way. I can't help but think these guys are going to be very tough customers, even on those tyres. You really can't help but think it. Oh, Michael Davis, huge slide! And through goes Beastas, and through goes Cliffy as well. Cliffy keeping the pressure on. This is superb. Lewis running very wide with his damaged front wing, and surely Beastas is going to be on him. He'll be easy prey, you would think.
Yeah, those tires are done.
Aerodynamic grip is so important. Lewis really holding them up. Cliffy tucked right up behind his rival. Waiting to pounce. Beastas, Lewis and Cliffy. And Cliffy's got a great run out of Stavolo.
Oh my God.
He's all over Beastas and he's going to make the move now. What a run out of Stavolo. Cliffy got, and then
side by side wheel banging.
Wheels on the way to Blanchimont. Wheel banging on the way to Blanchimont. Lewis holds his ground and holds second place. Beastas somehow keeps Cliffy behind. What a duel this is. 10 laps to go. And this race is just getting better and better and better.
Oh, the boat pitted. Here we go.
For a set. presumably, no, but Stanley hasn't, but Lewis has, Michael as well, as you say, Michael Davison as well. But now Stanley leads, he's going for ultra softs. It looks to me like Lewis and Lewis and Michael are going to go for super softs.
Super softs is a smarter decision. Ultra softs is too much. You take the stuff too low.
Jamie.
Look, this is it. This has to be it.
Right up behind Big Stats on the way up the hill. He almost has to push him through a rouge. Get a move on, he's saying. If Cliffy's going to do it, he has to do it now. His best opportunity in the race so far. To the inside defends Big Stats. Cliffy on the outside. Can he sweep right round the outside of Big Stats? He breaks very, very late. He tries it. He tries it. What a battle this is. Side by side. Big Stats holds on brilliantly. And this is quickly turning into Big Stats versus Michelangelo in Austria. What a duel. Round the outside tries Cliffy now into the barrage. You can forget about that, mate. You get no chance.
What craftsmanship from Beastas. Oh my god. He put the car right in the right place and then defended it immediately. Because he would have had the run into Ravage because Beastas was off his line. But he quickly put the car towards the inside and stopped any chance of Cliffy making a move. That's brilliant defending. Oh my word.
Sure was.
That was his best chance, I think, all race too.
Yeah, he might get another chance because they're catching Cliffy at some rate of knots as well. Sorry, not Cliffy, Stanley at some rate of knots.
Yeah.
But to be fair to Stanley, his defensive driving has been pretty good as well. But it's not properly been tested. He's not had cars on newer tyres attacking him the way Lewis had and the way Michael Davis had. So let's see how Beastas and Cliffy negotiate this one. But as you said, Jamie, great defending from Beastas, and you got to give him credit. He left the space on the outside for Cliffy. He could have easily ran him out of the road, but he was fair, he was respecting him, and it was great driving from the pair of them. Stanley pits, and that's a bit anticlimactic, is it not?
Well then.
To be fair to Stanley, he had to cover it off. He had to come in the pit to cover off the other two, didn't he?
Because Michael Davis has bolted the super softs, and he's only in 7th. So
no, these guys are going to come charging back through, aren't they?
Yeah, they're going to come charging back through. Who was the other person he was racing with? It was Lewis and Daniel Musso. So Lewis has lost time to Mike. What's going on there then?
Yeah, Lewis had to change his front wing, Jamie.
So Mike is going to be taking on Stanley then. Stanley went for the super softs.
Well, I'm going to watch Lewis right now. He's right behind Danielle, who fitted softs. Jamie, that's a little battle going on at the moment. Can Lewis find a way past Danielle as they climb the hill? The battle for 8th and 9th. Lewis on fresher tyres than Danielle. These guys both started quite far down the field, but there's no way through, and he remains stuck behind the Ferrari. But yeah, what a great battle it was between Beastas and Cliffy. Beastas looks to me, Jamie, as if he's rode the storm and might just be able to hold on from here.
Yeah, the gap is now 1.7. I think Cliffy knew that was probably his best chance.
Should Cliffy have been a little bit more ruthless, Jamie? I suppose he was forced to the outside, so it wasn't very easy for him.
It wasn't easy. He did the best he could. I'm surprised he held it around the outside for that long. But, I mean, he did the best he could.
Yeah, I suppose he sure did. But as you said, and as I have to agree with you, it looks as if the best chance has been for Cliffy. But you never know in Formula 1. You never know what can happen in ILR1. But Cliffy has today certainly shown that he does have the pace to compete. He does have the pace to be at the sharp end. As we go back to
Lewis and Danielle, what's going on there? That was a bit silly. That almost ended with a Ferrari straight in the barriers. They were side by side through Stabilo, and then I guess he tried to make a move on the corner just after Stabilo, and the front wing hit his rear wheel, and he almost spun straight in the wall. Well,
they're going side by side again, Jimmy, and Lewis goes right round the outside of him. Beautiful driving, actually, as if he wasn't even there. Right on the outside of Danielle, and takes 8th place away. That was beautiful. Shows what he can do when he does have a full front wing intact. Lovely move, but can the Italian fight back in that Ferrari? What a story this is. Italian driver making his ILR1 debut in a Ferrari. Does it get any better? No, it doesn't. Actually, it does. Wait till he turns up in Monza next week.
Oh, no.
It'll be good, won't it? It will be a good moment.
Yeah.
It'll be a teary-eyed moment, especially if he's on the podium.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jenny, podium interviews needed if he's on the podium next week in front of the Italian fans in a Ferrari. Oh,
can't imagine
that would be good, wouldn't it?
Ferrari fording the way to the top step. Bloody hell, that's what Formula 1's all about.
Just another thing to note, it looks as if there is no sign of rain, Jamie. The rain doesn't look like coming. I guess not. But here comes Stanley, Jamie, the battle for 5th and 6th with Hayden.
Whoa!
Right up behind him
look how planted he is compared to Hayden in that corner.
Yep, fresher tyres, of course. He jumped ahead of him because he pitted earlier. Much earlier, in fact. He got fed up staring at the back of Stanley, and that's why he's in front of him. But Stanley might be about to reverse that once again. He's on the fresher tyres. He's got the bit between his teeth. Can he find a way past Hayden then as they go through the edge of the Stavelot and now begin the long descent towards the first stop chicane? And between now and that chicane, they've got the brilliant Launchimon corner. And through it they go now. And again, Stanley not close enough to find a way past Hayden as we have a yellow flag in sector 2. Why and how? It's because Zalin is having a nightmare down in 13th place. He's spun it on the run down towards Puhan.
I wonder how close he's being lapped. Oh, no, very close.
He's damaged the right end plate of his tyres, his car, his wing. So I would say he's been in the wall further up the hill.
Yeah, he must have. Look at this battle. It's all heated up here for P5.
It sure is. Oh, Michael Davis is right there as well.
Yeah, he's right there.
I was watching on board, that's how I never knew. And here comes Michael Davis. Is he going to steal Stanley's thunder? He is going to steal Stanley's thunder. Look
that's
how much
straight line speed. What?
He's going down the inside. He's making it sick. Oh, Honda.
Just like that.
Where have you been for 3 years? Where have you been, Honda?
I've actually never seen the Honda move that fast in my life. Wow.
Oh, wow. Stanley's going to try. Stanley's in shock, I think. What was that coming past me? Was that
how did he get
steamrolled?
Because Stanley had the DRS in the slipstream of Hayden, and Mike still got the move done.
Wow.
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 Well then, now he can go straight after Hayden. That's not going to be any issue for him.
No, he can't. No, he can't. Stanley is on the inside through Puron.
Wow.
Of all places. Wow, side by side into the finish again. And that proves about Michael Davis' straight line speed. He's got no wing whatsoever.
He's got no
on that
wing.
car.
He must be running no wing.
Stanley has mugged him in the middle sector where it's all about aerodynamic performance.
Well then.
Wow. Well, I think we can expect. I think we know what's coming now. Michael Davis is going to come straight back at him again.
And Lewis is flying. He's cutting that gap down between him and Mike. Like it's gone from like 3 point something to 2.2.
Oh, Jamie. Sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt. The podium battle between the two Mercedes.
Oh yes. What's going on here? So it's Cedar defending from Hungry Tadpoles. So Hungry Tadpoles must have won that gap then, because that gap was a lot bigger, I swear, at one point.
Bulletproof is retired as well. I don't remember that. When did he retire?
Yeah, he retired in I can't remember. We're commentating something when he retired. I just remember seeing it on the screen.
Alright, okay. I'm not sure how or why, but he is out. But yeah, I have to keep an eye on this. It was a lot closer actually. It was showing up as 0.0, like 0.05 of a second when I first joined this battle between CJ and Tadpoles. It's increased a little bit, so we'll go back and watch the battle going down the straight between Hayden, Stanley, Michael, and
Mike has wing damage.
Lewis.
I think something must have happened between the two of them. I don't know. Because now he has that whole end plate missing.
Wow,
or
this is going to be very,
the vortex generator. Oh, look at Stanley all over the back of Hayden.
Yeah, Hayden and Stanley's come up from 11th place in the grid. Hayden's up 11 places from his starting position, and they're going side by side. Oh, Stanley! He's lost it! Oh my goodness!
That was very risky to even try that. I would have backed clean off.
Oh my goodness, I was hiding behind Mike.
Oh, mate. I was clenched. I was fully clenched.
Oh, so was I. Oh my goodness.
He didn't damage the car somehow.
And Lewis has been invited to join in as a result. Michael Davis unable to pounce on Stanley, but he will pounce now with that incredible straight line speed that he has. Lewis is getting involved as well in his fresh tyres. Stanley's race looks like falling apart here after that error. Not what he wanted at all after a brilliant drive. He's now got Michael Davis and Lewis all the back.
Michael Davis down the inside.
Brilliant stuff, and Lewis damages his front wing again.
Yeah, more bits and pieces of front wing.
3 wide going down towards the first corner. Goodness me.
Mike must be fuming. Lewis has mugged them both.
Take them both. He has, and through goes Lewis up into 6th place. Stanley trying to get back involved again, but he's been mugged, and that was always going to happen, wasn't it? When we seen Lewis on the back of him, he was always going to take the pair of them. And as you see, Jimmy, Michael Davis will be fuming.
What in the world? There must be some beef between Mike and Stanley for Stanley to do that. Oh, here comes Mike again.
Yep, right around the outside. He might even get to Lewis at this rate with that kind of straight line speed. He goes straight past Stanley as if he wasn't there. Well, but now he's going to be compromised because Lewis moved over. But Stanley had already tucked in behind Mike. And the battle continues. 6th, 7th and 8th, having an almighty scrap, and Hayden will be delighted about this, won't he?
Oh,
He's up
yeah.
11 places. He's on older tyres than the guys behind, and they're all too busy scrapping, allowing Hayden to pick up an easy 10
Stanley
points.
right past Michael Davis again. You know, Mike must be, not only is he running no wing, but I think it's the damage combined with just not enough grip, because he has a lot of straight line speed. And Stanley, whoa, that car is super unbalanced going through Pujon. Jeez, the Sauber twitching in and out. But Hayden got away with that one, because now Lewis's wing damage, I don't think he's going to be able to catch Hayden. Where is he?
It's looking good for Hayden to pick up a brilliant result there. In other news, I don't know if there's been team orders involved, but the two Mercedes have now backed away from one another.
Yeah, the
CG
gap's 1.7 now.
Almost been given an easy run for that podium, so has there been team orders there, or has André Tadpole's made a mistake? One or the other. But let's have a quick rundown. It's been pretty breathtaking stuff. Vistas leading the Grand Prix with 3.5 laps to go. He has been pressured somewhat by VRT Cliffy earlier on when they were trying to get through some traffic that had not pitted. But he has ridden the storm, and he's now built up a 3.6 second advantage over Cliffy, who sits in second. He today has finally shown what he's capable of in ILR1. He's second with Risky CJ pulling on a fine performance in third, with Hungry Tadpoles his teammate fourth. Hayden is up 11 places, the highest of anyone in the field, from 16th place to 5th position. Lewis is 6th on a bit of a recovery drive from his poor qualifying, and then some front wing damage, and now some more front wing damage. In 6th position on his ILR return, or debut you could really say, after his one race appearance. Stanley is 7th and Michael Davis is 8th. Daniel on his debut having a bit of a nightmare in 9th. Michael Angelo down in 10th. Jamie, what happened to him the second time? Why is he away down in 10th?
He must have had another stop, because he's on the ultra softs now. He must just be trying to go over fastest lap or something.
Yeah, he has been in the pits again. He has got the fastest lap at the moment, a 1:46.
Yeah, he's on a 2-stop. Him and Johnny are on a 2-stop.
He's 10th, Johnny 11th, and Zalin is 12th, and it's his AI driving his car around. He's not even interested. Liam Robbo out of the Grand Prix, bulletproof out. We've seen what happened to Zera Mercedes crashing on the exit of No Name on the way down to Pujon. We've seen Jeff Revenge have an almighty shunt as well at the top of Radion. Lickleblock's crashing out strangely at the final corner. I'd like to see how that happened.
Yeah,
and
what the heck?
Also out on the first lap. So 3 laps to go, and it's Bistas by 4 seconds to Cliffy now. Where are the best battles on track, Jamie? Let's have a little look.
It looks like Stanley here not giving up. And they're closing in on they're actually catching Hayden.
I'm not surprised. Hayden's tyres will be shot. Hayden would already have been swallowed up long ago if they hadn't started battling.
Yeah.
But for some reason, Hayden's been given a lot of hope here, and it's the hope that kills you. So Hayden will be fuming if they come past him at the end.
I mean, he's made up the most positions so far. I think he's made up 11 or 14. 11. Yeah. So far he's the first of the grid. Yep.
So let's have a quick think here, Jamie. Who do you think is the driver of the day? Who have you got to give it to? We've got let's give ourselves three contenders.
I'd like to say it's a toss-up between I don't know, man. CJ, Hayden, and possibly I'd like to say possibly Lewis then.
No,
jeez, Stanley, what in the world? Every time I watch him go through Pujon, it's like he's driving a horse-drawn wagon. Like the car is all over the shop.
In the back end, he's getting that wagon out big time in the back, isn't he?
Jumping over the rocks and stuff. You know, all over the shop. Something you'd see in the Wild West.
Yeah, I was thinking that myself.
Like he's driving a mule through Pujon. Oh, no.
It certainly looked like it. But yeah, driver of the day, Hayden maybe. I mean, you can't forget Bistas and Cliffy. I mean, Cliffy especially for finally getting himself involved in the front end of the action.
Oh wow, they've really caught Hayden. Jeez.
Well, I hope Hayden's feeling okay. And meanwhile, Hungry Tadpoles has caught his teammate again. Oh wow, Hayden's under real threat. That's the one to watch right now. Hayden against Lewis, against Stanley, and every slow speed corner that Hayden comes out of, he's going to be really, really struggling for traction. And as I said a few laps ago, it's the hope that kills you. The hope for that 5th position is beginning to evaporate here. Lewis is on the attack, coming back through the field from really far down after a disaster in qualifying. Can he attack Hayden and find a way through? It will be tough for him because he does have front wing damage. But crucially, he's got far better tyres, Jamie, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. I think Hayden might be able to hold on to this, depending on how he ends up at the end of this lap.
We'll see.
Actually, I don't know, man. Lewis's tires are well gripped up.
Yeah. It's probably better than having a damaged front wing that Hayden has. I'd rather be in Lewis's shoes, I think.
Look at the way Hayden goes through that corner. That's why Stanley didn't put it in the wall, because Hayden went through that fast.
Oh, here we go. Lewis right up behind him, Stanley getting even closer as well. Look at that, Lewis almost pushing Hayden through the second part of Fania. Into Stanley they go. Lap 21 out of 22. Hayden is beginning to struggle. His tyres are starting to cry. He's running out of grip. And remember, folks, if you're running out of grip, go to fade grips. Hayden in 5th position. Hayden, get yourself down to fade grips, mate, if you're running out of grip. Use a discount code ILR League. Here comes Hayden then in 5th position. Here comes Lewis in 6th. Stanley right there as well. Into the final corner. He'll only have to negotiate it once more.
One last time.
And he will have that 5th place secured, but unfortunately for him, there's some serious overtaking opportunities before he gets round here again. Here comes Lewis. He's having a look into the source. He dives for the inside. Wow-wee. Hayden somehow seen him coming, and Stanley's ready to pick up the pieces. They go side by side towards Lewis.
Guys,
this is surely going to end in tears. And Hayden concedes. And through goes Lewis up into 5th place.
Oh, he's held up Stanley.
Under pressure is Hayden. Stanley all over the back of Hayden. Is Hayden's luck going to turn right at the very end? Surely at the very least he can hope for 6th. If he's not going to get 5th, at least give him 5th. But Stanley is all over the back of him, and it's the harsh realities of ILR1. Just when you think you're doing so well, it can all go up in smoke. But look at this, Hayden up the inside of Lewis.
Oh, he tried.
He's going past.
There's no way he's pulled that off. Oh, yes, boys, what a move.
Sorry, I'm applauding. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Through goes Hayden into 5th. Lewis again demoted to 6th. And
inside that gearbox, shifting the gears for him. They're side by side.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go into the Fania chicane. Stanley right there as well. He's going to try right around the outside of Hayden. He can't do that. Then Stanley gets involved. Unbelievable action. Unfortunately, we have to go to Pistas, who's rounding the final chicane now. He's weathered a storm from Cliffy here today. He's going to extend his championship lead. What a start to 2018 for Pistas. He wins in style in Spa. What a drive. Cliffy comes home 2nd. CG is going to fend off his teammate. But what about the battle for 5th, 6th and 7th? It looks like it's going to finish the way it started on this lap. You wouldn't have thought that.
Masterclass from Hayden. Yes, boy.
Stanley
down the inside.
Oh, there goes Lewis. I do not believe this.
What happened there? What happened there?
Stanley sent a missile up the inside of Lewis. Lewis tried to go late into the second part of the corner and tagged the back of Hayden and spun. That's what happened. Unbelievable. What a finish to this race. Action throughout the midfield and at the front on occasions. But it's all over. The points are secure for Pistas. He wins. From Cliffy in 2nd, CJ is 3rd, Tadpole's just behind his teammate in 4th, Hayden is 5th, with Stanley 6th and Lewis 7th in the battle of the race. Stanley, that might go to the stewards, I don't know what happened, he dived very, very late on the inside of Lewis. Lewis got a little bit flustered by it, tried to lunge late into the second part of the bus stop, and ended
just
up
got
clipping
ugly.
the back of Hayden.
It got ugly,
yeah. Yeah, wow.
Oh, wow. What a race that was. Jeez, that midfield battle. You know what? Hayden's my driver of the day. I don't care what people say.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you there. Well, there's the podium. Pistas kicks off 2018 in style. Round 12 of this championship belongs to him. He wins in Belgium. 2nd position for VRT Cliffy, who finally makes a name for himself in ILR. What a brilliant performance from him. He almost had Pistas beaten earlier on when he was having a go at him, but he couldn't quite manage it. It's a superb podium for Frisky CG as well, Jamie. We can't forget that.
Oh, yeah.
Superb job from Frisky CG as well. And that is your podium finishers. But let's have a quick rundown of a breathtaking Belgian Grand Prix. It's Pistas who wins it, but from 6 seconds to Cliffy in second. CJ is third. Hungry Tadpoles comes home fourth behind his teammate who really kept him honest and was threatening to overtake him a few times. Hayden, what a drive from 16th to hold on to 5th. It really did look at times as if he was going to get caught. But when everyone else tripped over each other, he kept his held his nerve and kept a hold of that 5th place. Stanley 6th, a questionable move at the finish there on Lewis. Lewis then spun when he was flustered by it and dropped to 7th. Danielle is 8th on his debut, a bit of a topsy-turvy weekend for him. Michael Davis will be very disappointed with 9th when it looked like he was coming back through the field. Michelangelo, nowhere to be seen, started 2nd, had an early issue and then stopped twice on his way to 10th place. Not a good afternoon for him. Johnny was 11th, and who was 12th? I think it was Zalin, the last of the finishers.
Yeah.
And that was it. Well, Jamie, brilliant race. I've got to ask you, your driver of the day?
Easily.
Got to be Hayden, innit?
Yeah. I was thinking about it, but when he nailed that move at the very end, I was like, yep, that's it. That's my vote set. What a move. What a move to take back 5th place. That was brilliant driving.
Yep, absolutely incredible. Jamie, are we going to go ahead with some interviews? We're going to have some driver interviews.
What time is it? Give it a shot, yeah.
We can give it a shot. Why not? Let's get them in here. Let's get them in. Have we got them all on? Have we got them all added as a friend? I'm sure you'll have them at Jamie.
Yeah, but I'll have to blue screen this stream for a minute. Oh, and I have to suggest them too. Oh. Okay. I suggested them all. He just has to add them now.
Oh, I've got to. Oh, right, okay, sorry. How do I? Oh no, I can't add them, can I? Because I've not got them as a friend, or can I? I should be able to.
No, you have to. No, go into the party and look at the people I suggested, and then just invite them.
Got it. Wow, that was superb, Jamie, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
I have to say,
that was very enjoyable, man.
Yep. Well, we've got ILR2 up next for anyone watching the stream. Be sure to tune into that one as we wait for the drivers to join us on the podium. I'm sure that'll be another cracker as well, Jamie, won't it?
Oh yeah, that one's gonna be I can see, knowing ILR2 and its reputation, I can actually see that one being a very good race. Hey, look who's here.
Yes, brother.
There's your 3rd place man, Frisky CJ.
Yes.
Well, we might as well get started then as we wait for everyone else to join us. CJ, well done, fantastic. 3rd position, solid performance. You must be delighted with that.
Yeah, it was just, a really solid performance, yeah. My teammate, fair play to him, he kept me on check for the whole race, the whole soft stint, because he pitted 2 laps earlier. So, like, he got, like, the 2nd bite earlier, so he closed up on me, and vice versa, so it was a really good battle. But I couldn't catch up to the top 2 boys, sadly, but yeah, it was a solid race regardless.
That was insane.
I've got it.
Especially
I've got to ask you, CJ. Your teammate was all over you, as you mentioned. Was there any team orders there? Because it seemed like he was getting close to you, then he would drop back, or was it just mistakes, or what was going on?
I wouldn't say there was team orders, and I wasn't talking to the party with him or anything like that. I just think that when he closed up to me, then like I got like my 2nd bite of the tires, so I could like pull out like maybe about a 2nd or 2, and then he would get another bite of his tires back, and when my tires were going off again, so he would close up. So it was just really kind of about like trading lap times and stuff. I don't think there was no team orders or anything like that. We were battling hard, to be fair.
Yep, okay. So well done there, CJ. We'll see you in Monza. Fantastic result for you today. Jamie, have you got any more questions for CJ?
Not much, other than that was a great drive, and congrats on another podium in Belgium.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Classic. Great start to 2018 for Frisky CJ. He'll have the champagne tonight. But the man that won the race, let's go to him. Beastas, fantastic job. You were pressured all the way by Cliffy until, of course, the end where you pulled out the gap. But you were under some serious pressure when you were trying to get through the traffic, weren't you?
Sort of, I'd say. But when... No, it's because they were all on soft tyres, so I knew, like, it was about like 12:30ish, wasn't it? So I knew they were all gonna pit, so I didn't have to worry about I just had to worry about keeping Tony behind. Oh, Cliffy, so.
Well, it was very difficult because there was one point where he actually got a good opportunity coming out of Stavolo when you were trying to get through the traffic, and he nearly found a way past. They were banging wheels going into Blanchimont. Talking about that, that was brilliant.
So that obviously when me and Cliffy was going side by side, Lewis pulled to the right to give Tony the slipstream, but I don't know. I think Tony just dropped back. I don't know what happened, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on the victory, Vistas. What happened up at Eau Rouge on the opening lap? What happened with Michael? Was it you or was it Cliffy? I didn't quite make out what happened.
Oh no. I think he hit my left rear tyre and then spun. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a shame because we lost Michael from the battle, and it would have been a titanic fight if Michael had been involved as well. So yeah, congratulations, Vistas. You extend your championship lead. The perfect start to 2018. Cliffy, well. You finally announced your real arrival in the ILR, right at the front, right at the sharp end at long last. Congratulations on second. Could it have been any better today?
Obviously, Beast, you know, is very quick. So, I mean, trying to beat him is obviously a near impossible task. But I gave it my best shot. Feel like, obviously, when we were side by side coming into Blanchimont, I didn't trust it. We were banging wheels. It could have ended badly, so I backed out. Just to keep the battle alive, because if one of us would have went off, then it'd be quite bad. So I backed out. But yeah, no, I mean, second place is what I was aiming for a podium. Well, realistically, obviously when I joined, obviously you all got told that I was very quick, and then in the opening couple of races I had really bad pace, and obviously coming into the new year, first race, I wanted to make my mark, and I feel like I've done that today.
You absolutely did. We mentioned it many times in commentary that you certainly made an arrival in 2018 in ILR, so well done, Cliffy. And I've got to ask you as well, at the top of the hill, going into Lacombe, you guys were going side by side again, and I thought, me and Jamie did agree in commentary, we called it correctly. We thought that was your chance just before the traffic abated and Vistas could try and run along, and he did, of course, disappear. But do you think that was your only other chance, Cliffy? Obviously you said you backed out at Blanchimont. Was your only other chance when you tried the outside move at Lacombe? Yeah,
I mean, obviously I got a very good run, and I knew that this is my chance. And obviously Beast defended very well. Wanted to keep it down his inside, but again he just got a better exit on me and managed to keep the position. And then from then forward, I had to save fuel, and my tyres started to get really high on percentage towards the end of the race. So, at that point I knew I had to sort of give up fighting for first and focus on finishing second.
Yep, I think that's a very good result, Cliffy. Absolutely brilliant. And I've got to ask you, Jamie, now. Jamie, any more questions for these guys? In fact, I've got one more. I do apologise. Yeah. Qualifying. What did you guys think was a really quick time? Because the 43.5, obviously what was the timing? I think it was a 43.5, wasn't it? The pole. What happened? Because obviously that was as quick as ILR3.
It was because we didn't get second set of runs in it, because of the rain. So I think like if we all had a second run, I think like we could have all improved our time like about maybe like 4 to 5 tenths. Okay, so you think maybe I think a 42.9 would have been on the cards, or 43 flat, something around there.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely for Bisas, yeah. That'd be around the mark. Yeah, not for me. I'll maybe dip into the 43s if I'm lucky.
I just wanted to ask, because of course we've got ILR2 coming up, so you would expect the time would be between a 42.9 and a 43.5 for ILR2, so we're just interested. It's good to know that. Well, okay, what do you think, Stats? What do you think?
No. Personally, what I think, Pole and ILR2 won't be anything faster than like a 43.6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, he's probably right. I feel like a mid 43s maybe. Nah.
Okay.
Because ILR1 and ILR3 are both 43.5, even though ILR1's isn't technically correct. So, this could be the first time that ILR2 actually has the fastest pole time of all season. But the league is full of butlers, and probably 43.7 is what pole's going to be. Remember this.
But Jamie was saying mid 45s.
Alright, you shut your mouth, mate. Knock your head clean off.
Oh no, Jamie, I just thought my 44 flat was a poor lap time, man. And you're gonna get close to that.
Oh, okay, alright, mate. Get out of here.
On that On that bombshell, good night.
We got protein cheese, come on.
Yeah, that was live on the stream as well. Brilliant stuff. Anyway, anyway, folks, it was good to have you. It's congratulations to the podium finishers. We'll see them next week in Monza for the Italian Grand Prix. It promises to be another cracker. Wait, is that not Spanish? Is that not Spanish?
I'm taking the J.
No,
Vamos is Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Forza Ferrari for Italian, yeah.
Yeah, well, watch out for Danielle, of course, in the Ferrari, the Italian driver. Can he deliver on home soil? We'll find out next week as we get ready for the Italian Grand Prix. We've got 8 minutes to ILR2. Be sure to tune in. We've got to bounce. I'll see you later.
I'll behave. I'll catch you guys later.
Oh, yes.
Thanks for